Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and I am here with my big happy planner talking to you about how I Frankenplan for each week. So this will be a little bit of a different video. I have, in the month of June, moved into a big happy planner, and so the first week of June, I realized that I was running a little bit out of space, and so I needed to adapt and add a few more pieces to my happy planner so that way I could have space for all the different things. And so let me just very quickly show you what I have set up for last week. I'll actually pull this out. I ended up having to redo several pages just because this side was totally fine with putting my schedule and all the different things that I was doing here. And I decided that that instead of using this for social media, I would use it to track my work hours. But then that meant that I didn't have space for my social media stuff. I also realized this space was totally fine, but right here with my budget, I was running out of room for budget. And in the first couple of days, I ran out of room for my food log, which was what I was using this bottom space for. So I did not redo, but kind of cover up all these different things and converted it, took all this information out and put it onto some other pieces of. So I'll show you here. This is the food layout from the Happy Planner. And so I used this to basically track my food log. And so I stuck that in there. And then I moved my social media, again, because I used this spot right here for, originally it was for social media, but because I was using that for work now, I had to put my social media stuff somewhere. And you can see it's really empty, but I decided to put in some pages for my social media. And then I needed a space because I was running out of room here for budgeting. I just put a sticker over some of those notes and transferred them to these pages right here so I could track my budget. And so this actually worked out for this past week, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. Now this video, you can see it's pretty much set up already for this week, but what I like to kind of talk about is how I'm able to kind of mix all of these different sizes together. You can see that what I did was a layered effect here. So I started off with a big, then I used a classic size, then I use a mini size, and then this is just random sheets of paper that I have. But of course you can use a mini size, not a mini size, a micro size, and that would fit totally fine. And I think I could probably go down to a micro size and be fully happy planner if I used a micro for my budgeting. But now I have basically all of, let me just flip it up like this, all of my work and personal to-dos and events on here. Then I have a section for my food log and wellness. Then I have a section for my social media, and then I have a section for my budget. And those are the big things that I have going on. The one thing that I'll do a little bit differently this week, this upcoming week, is in this section right here. I'll use this to track some of my faith stuff, like prayer list, what I'm reading through in terms of the Bible, and just daily devotionals. I'll use this section to kind of track some of those things. But yeah, this is the setup. So what I do, you can see that I like to keep it very simple where I move things from week to week. So because this was the week of basically May 30th through the 5th, what I'm going to do now is switch it so that way I can use this stuff for the next week, June the 6th through June the 12th, right? And so I'm going to pull out those set of pages, this set right here, and what I'm going to do is flip the page. All right, and so I've already redated this big happy planner for June. It is an outdated planner that I just redated, and again, what I'm going to be doing here is tracking here big events that happened. This will be converted to my work hours. I will still use this for to-dos, not to buy, but to-do list, just a task list. These will still be errands, things I need to do outside of my house. And then these two sections, I'm not quite sure what to do with. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. And then here I'll convert this to again, tracking some faith related stuff. And I have these sets of pages right here. And what I do with combining different sizes is really just try to layer it up. You can certainly put the entire month in here, but I like to actually do it week by week. And so what I did was pull these pages out, and if you flip them around this way, this will be the correct week. And I'm just gonna use it like this, stick them in here, stick this page in here as well. And then I went ahead and also pulled out the corresponding second half of this week. All right, so then I have this week, and now it's the 6th through the 12th. And then here's my mini, again with the 6th through the 12th. and then here are the pages that I just used to track my budgeting. And so I'm all set up. Again, you can certainly do it where it's like month by month, but I actually like to have this layered look. It doesn't bulk it up a lot, but like I will definitely be able to kind of reference this information. It's still in here in my planner, but I don't necessarily need to break it up into sections. I just create this layered look so it's the exact same week, and I just flip to which section I need. Now, really, I think this will work great. It worked great this week, the 1st through the 5th, and so I think this will be my system going forward in June. One of the things that I will change up is I have been using these Pilot G2.7 pens, but they do not dry as quickly as I need them to, especially with like this layered look. If I'm writing on here, I want it to be able to like basically be completely dry right when I write, and so I'm going to be switching pens. And what I'm going to be using are going to be a set of pens that I purchased at Walmart. Now these are Pen & Gear, like I guess how would I describe it? They're like kind of like Stadler style pens, or like Stabilo type pens. They're like the permanent marker kinds, and I'm just going to use these to track the events. I basically just use a black pen, and so I'm going to use black and probably mix it with like an orange just to match like the color hue with the Big Happy Planner. And I'm going to do the same thing that I pretty much just showed you from this week for the upcoming week, and keep it again mostly pen and paper. I did use some stickers this past week just because I needed to be able to like cover up some information and like didn't want like duplicate information. But I'm going to be basically setting up by transferring over all the information I need from past week to this week. Anything that I didn't get done to this week, any upcoming events or errands will be moved over here, and then I'll just be using these pages as I need to as I go through the week. So again, a very functional plan with me. In fact, not really even a plan with me. It's more so me talking about like how I Frankenplan all of these things together in a weekly way, so that way I can see everything, and not necessarily need it in like sections, but like have it all like viewable at the same time, basically. So a little bit of a different video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it makes sense how I did it. I actually love being able to use all the different sizes. It's just one of those things where, especially like being able to see it all at one time is really helpful to me. And so I have been really enjoying being back in a functional planner for the month of June. I'm really here to like try to use my supplies, but also be really functional and get the things done that I need to get done. And so this video was short and sweet. We can call it a mixture of a plan with me, not really, but more so a Frankenplanning video. So I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.